Hi and welcome to our Linux commands tutorial. In this video, we'll talk about understanding users and groups in Linux. What are users? A user in Linux is an account that is created for a person or a process that needs to interact with the system. Each user has a unique username and password and is assigned a user ID, UID. The UID is used to identify the user to the system and determine the user's permissions and privileges. What are groups? A group in Linux is a collection of users who share common access privileges. Each group has a unique group ID, GID, that is used to identify the group to the system and determine the group's permissions and privileges. Groups make it easier to manage access control by associating users with similar access requirements. Types of users and groups. There are two types of users in Linux: superuser, root, and regular users. The superuser has complete control over the system and can perform any operation, while regular users are limited to the resources assigned to them. Similarly, there are two types of groups in Linux: primary and secondary groups. The primary group is the group that is assigned to a user when the user account is created. A secondary group is a group that a user can be added to later. About user accounts. A. In Linux, each user is associated with a unique username and a corresponding user ID, UID. B. User account information, including the password hash and home directory, is stored in the /etc/pass file. C. The /etc/shadow file contains encrypted password information for user accounts. D. Users can log into the system using their username and password. The pass command is used to change a user's password. About groups. A. Groups in Linux are collections of users with similar permissions and access rights. B. Group information, including the group name and a list of associated users, is stored in the /etc/group file. C. Each user is assigned a primary group, and they can also belong to multiple secondary groups. D. Groups are crucial for managing file permissions, as files and directories are associated with both a user and a group.